So I was convinced that guys would hit on me as a joke. I have examples. And I think I know where I got it from or where they got it from because I'm still not convinced that they weren't doing it. So I don't know if you all remember movies, I think from maybe the 80s, maybe the 90s, something like that. Revenge of the Nerds was one of them. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can watch it now. I haven't watched it since it came out, since around the time it came out, but one of the first scenes, or the one that I remember the most, is one of the nerds was sitting in public in like a diner or something. One of the hot chicks came over and started hitting on him. And she was very in his face about it, like, oh, I would love to, all this stuff. I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but I remember she was very, very forward. And then, just as he was being convinced that this is really happening and he started getting into it and interested, she blew a whistle in public in the diner. And all the cool kids came around and made fun of how he had a boner. Ha ha ha. How could you ever think that this chick would like someone like you? Ha! We all know what to laugh at here, 'cause this guy, what a dum-dum. Oh my goodness, like how traumatizing that is. And that was just a punchline. Then there was the movie Can't Buy Me Love, also around the same time. I think it was after Revenge of the Nerds. Now, I'm telling you things that I remember from these movies. This is decades ago. So now I'm wondering, am I remembering them right? So after this, I think I'm going to look up these particular scenes because this is how they live in my head. So let's see. Can't buy me love. Turns out you can, because hot chick wanted to buy a jacket from the mall. And total loser guy, the loser guy who works when he's not in school, who saves up money, who's reliable, who does his work, does the right thing. Loser guy. That's how we were depicting loser guys, okay? Anyway, the cool chick, the one who doesn't care about you, the one that would just do whatever she wants, the one that can step on your heart because she's so pretty. That girl wanted to buy a jacket. He offers her, I think it was $300, the $300 that she needed, to pretend to be his girlfriend, because if he walks around school with her, that's it. He's made. He's cool. So this happened, and he was right. He was right, you guys. He just needed an endorsement from, this is, I guess, influencers, from Hot Chick, who was the influencer of our time. Then any movie with a girl in a ponytail, ew, right? Disgusting. How dare she ponytail her hair? She doesn't even know how to do it so it flows in her face or whatever we're supposed to do. Now, when I had a ponytail, if I took out the ponytail, it would just stay in ponytail form. So I didn't really understand the texture of my hair at the time. But a lot of these girls were letting down their ponytail, shaking it off a little bit, and suddenly they were hot. So that's something I wasn't going to be able to do. But while they were in a ponytail, I think there were multiple movies, and I don't remember which, but there was always like this ick factor of, look at this girl, like caring about anything, like a book, homework, the right thing. Look at her just putting her hair in a ponytail because she can't even bother to style herself in the morning. Let's pretend, I'll bet you that she wouldn't go out with you and then you dump her right before prom, or some ha 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 sort of joke, like hilarious. At least by a certain time, the guy that was doing that, or the girl that was doing that, was the jerk. I guess in all of these, the lesson is like, let's look at people's insides and things like that. But I don't know. It wasn't it wasn't very inspiring. Not really, because it was like, it was still saying, "When you're like this, you won't be liked, but just let down your ponytail." Hey, hey guys, just let down your ponytail. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so I'm walking around feeling very, very ugly. And like, this is not to feel bad for me. So what? I bet we were all walking around with stories like this. So here's some of the examples that I think people were just kind of like not it was it felt like I was in a movie and like don't fall for it, don't open the door, don't go down to the basement because this is what's going to happen to you. Okay. In high school, I was in homeroom. The guy in front of me turned around and looked at me, and I'm like, already, guys were made into such a big deal in my head that anytime uh, a dude would talk to me, whether I'm attracted to him or not, I would just kind of feel shy and awkward and whatever. So he's looking at me and I'm pretending to be confident. What do you want? And he's hitting on me. He's like, I'm really into you. I think he might have used the word sexy, which for some reason gave me icks because I'm like, what are you doing? And then his girlfriend came to the window of the door. It was like one of those office windows where the top half was a window. This girl, sweet, hot, super hot, like textbook hot, for whatever the time was. This wasn't textbook hot. So, you know, I just think when I say hot, I don't mean like I'm attracted to them. I mean like if we put them in front of a commercial holding something, uh, the producer might think they were convincing, right? Okay. So that's my depiction. Anyway, um, and also a sweet, nice person. She seemed very in love with him. She was like, "Hi, sweetie." And I'm like, "Isn't that your girlfriend?" And he goes, "Yeah, but, you know, I can't help it," and stuff like that. And I'm just like, this guy is doing that thing that happens in movies like, "Oh, you're so ugly that I think it's funny to fake hit on you." And either way, like, let's say you all tell me, like, "Honey, it's all in your head." Let's say he's still an asshole. He still, wants wants to be a jerk, like, is enjoying the discomfort or the grossness of either actually hitting on someone while your girlfriend is looking or thinking that it's funny to hit on someone as a joke. Either way, like, who are you and why do you even have someone who likes you this much when, like, this is your way of being? But I don't know. I still couldn't let down my ponytail at that time. So fuck me. I don't know. Not fuck me. There was this other time I was in Israel, and a lot of summers I would spend in Israel. And this other kid my age was like, "Oh, you're from America. Like, let me show you around." And only like one other person was there. And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, sure, show me around." Like, again, what are we in a movie? Like, "Oh, I'll show you around town." We were kids. But kids, I would make friends with the neighbors. I stayed with my uncle, make friends with the neighbors. We would play hopscotch together, jump rope. I don't even think I knew their name. There'd just be a game going on and I would be in there. And you can go to like the corner store by yourself as a kid. Like you can roam around a little bit. Um because like your neighbors knew you. It was like it's a pretty small country and pretty small neighborhoods. Everyone's pretty familiar. So it could be not with my mother, it wouldn't be okay, but it could be like that a local would be able to go down the block as a 10-year-old or something and show them something. Anyway, he's like, "Oh, I'll show you whatever." I'm like, "Why is everyone fake hitting on me?" It just to me it came out of nowhere like you don't know me and I think that you're making fun of me. And the other girl who I didn't know either one of them, she was like, "He's asking you out." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here asking you out." I'm like, "Ha ha. I'm not falling for it." Okay, now I'm telling you this story out loud. I'm like, could it be I don't know, there was something about it where I'm like, "Why do you think this is funny?" Was I getting the vibe wrong? I don't know, because I just didn't believe it. Okay, the final example, and this is not an example maybe of someone making fun, but I felt like they were making fun. Maybe I just thought the whole thing was very insincere, and that's what I was picking up on. we were coming back from a school trip. We were on the bus. We were towards the back of the bus, a bunch of kids, and one of the boys came and sat next to me. It might have been 7th grade, maybe 8th grade, something like that, because in this school, I only went up to 8th grade. The entire grade of this school was 50 people. And the kid sitting next to me, I was probably in school with him for years. I never really spoke to him on one-on-one. He sat there and asked me out. Hey, want to go on a date? Want to be my girlfriend? I think he said. I'm like, I'm sure this is not how that works. You didn't out of nowhere decide like, ha ha, you're gonna blow a whistle and like everyone's gonna be like, she thought I was really hitting on her, ha ha ha. And so I was like, no, that's ridiculous. And I don't know if I said it like that. I probably said it shy under my breath, like, just like, no, you know? Then he goes and hits on like the next person, asks her to be his boyfriend, his girlfriend. And so this is where I'm getting it from. Like, okay, I knew something was wrong. I knew that wasn't sincere. I knew not to take it seriously. So I was right because now he's just, going down the line, right? She goes, let me think about it. And then goes and sits around the other girls like, this is what just happened. Should I do it? And they're like, oh my God, you got asked out. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. How come everybody's taking this seriously? Why is she getting camaraderie from other girls? Are we supposed to be taking this stuff seriously? Is this how it works? Is this actually sincere? Did I miss out on something? Did I miss out on, you know, doing the girl thing, like, hee hee, like, all in the corner like I see in movies and on sitcoms? Did I miss out on having a boyfriend, which, was important at the time and always and, like, is always in the atmosphere? How come you don't have a boyfriend, friend? Uh, those that was my experience. I did not date. I didn't think that, I don't know, I think I thought maybe if they got to know me, it would make more sense. I don't know. Anyway, again, this is not to feel bad for me. I don't feel bad for me. I'm just going through my stuff because I'm packing, I'm throwing away a lot of things. Also, I'm 50 years old. I feel like there's a transition here happening where I look back a little bit, I'm reminded of things, and I think maybe the new version of this is hate watching. So if you're hate watching me, hello. Um, I hope I don't fall for your insincerity. But thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're hate subscribing, and thanks for subscribing if you're sincere. Thanks for caring at all about these things that I share. Um, it's good to just like say them out loud. They sound different. So I appreciate your time. Thanks.